Hello. I think I'm live. Yeah. Wait for Chad to catch up. Again, let me know if the music is too loud. 1 minute early. I was watching you guys count down in chat. And I decided I would start early to mess you guys up. Welcome back, everybody. Stop Motion Dan. Guest I'll Tell. Dow H the Country Ball. Conrad. Srinivasa B. Biodegradable. Welcome back, everybody. Magic Luck, welcome. So I had a lot of fun yesterday doing the map and flags from memory. This was hard. This was genuinely difficult. I think this would be fun for anyone to just try and do on their own. Granted, I had chat kind of helping me out on some of these. But Thailand, I absolutely mangled. I got the general... I mean, chat helped me out with the flag, but I got the colors right, and I knew the general shape or pattern. I got the number of stripes on it wrong initially. Am I going to be doing profile pictures today? I'll probably do some, yeah. Let me pull that up, actually. Chat family portrait. Oh wow, I haven't opened this in a couple days. I forgot about this most recent row. It's really good. These are fun. This gun turned out really good on M Youngblood. Your name is pronounced Down H, or is it Down H? Down H. Down. HK Tito, welcome. Even if you're only here for a few minutes. That Yugoslav fan, welcome. Can I do Sweden? Yes, I can do Sweden next. So yeah, this was super fun, and earlier today I was playing a couple of those geography games on Sporkle to sort of just refresh my knowledge of where countries generally are. Why? No, don't call it Sporkle, it's Sweden. So I'm going to draw Sweden from memory now. Again, I am not cheating. I don't have Google Images open or anything like that. Yugoslav fan, hello. Malay Ball, welcome. Yeah, I just wanted a little break from doing the portraits, because I have done a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. And we get more people, like, pretty regularly. So this list is becoming unwieldy. This is a very long-term project, you know? But let's draw Sweden from memory. I was using 3 pixel. So Sweden is... God. So Finland's not right. Finland is curved left a little bit. Let me fix Finland, because it borders Sweden. It's shaped more like this. And then Sweden will do... And it comes out a little bit like this. It's a penis. Okay, this is Scandinavia. Or rather, it's Sweden and Finland, right? Sweden is only half of the Scandinavian peninsula. So it's a penis. And there's like a lake or something in here and here. From what I remember. Finland obviously has a million lakes, but I don't know where any of them are. Phallic imagery, true. NJA Studios. Yeah, I know you've been asking for a while, but there's a lot of people that have been waiting. There's just a lot of people for me to get through. It's really hard, you know? It's gonna take a while to get to everybody. Alright, Swedish flag is easy. Sweden stan. Just your generic Nordic cross. I think that blue is too light. Let's make that blue a little bit darker. That's good, I think. Sweden, easy. Oh yeah, they have that island, Gotland, right? Sweden, Finland, I actually have to bring down a little bit, right? Sweden is touching tips with Denmark. For when I draw Denmark. Gotland, I don't remember what Gotland is shaped like, so I'm just going to put a generic island sort of here. So, Sweden, Finland. IKEA strong. You could do this better, no kidding. You did this at 6 years old better than this. Why can't I be like your cousin Timmy? I would be genuinely surprised if people could make like a very accurate map from memory. Like at that point, you need to have a photographic memory. Can I do Israel? Yeah, I can do Israel. Okay. We have Lebanon, Israel, Gaza. And then carve out for the West Bank. Roughly like that. Sour, Godzilla. Welcome. Adriano, welcome. I'll do India after Israel. This isn't the best Israel, actually. Let me see. No, you know what? Israel comes down like this in a sharp point, right? Because you have the, it has a little bit of access to the Red Sea. I forget what the name of the town is. What's the name of the city in southern Israel that's on the Red Sea? It's like near Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, right? I don't remember the name of that town. I think that's maybe a little bit too pronounced. Okay. Gaza's smaller. Gaza's very small. Tiny strip of land. You were once bored in ELA class and you drew a map of the world that was surprisingly accurate. With the borders? Oh, I made Israel way too big here. Look at how big Israel is. Jesus. Hold on. Let me make this a lot smaller. This is not right. It's hard to get a sense of scale from... making it too big again. So... yeah, this is too big. Man. Maybe that's better. That's smaller, but it's still not right. It's still too big. You drew an entire map, or you drew the entirety of Europe, Africa, and North America map on your desk in school because you were bored. You played alternate history with country-ball drawings on the desk. You love just drawing maps while watching Polandball streams? Hell yeah. West is west, east is east, but I still can't tell my right and left without taking a minute to comprehend and analyze. I'm actually not good with cardinal directions. I need to like visualize a map whenever somebody says east or west. Especially if they say like northeast or northwest, like it's... in my mind, I visualize a map of the contiguous United States to imagine where west and east and northeast, southwest, everything are, you know? Just a little quirk of my brain. Alright, Israel, flag. Pretty easy. The Star of David. Well, let's make that better, actually. Let's do 2 pixel for the star. I think drawing the Star of David is actually pretty fun. On whenever I draw Israel, whoops, in a comic, it's always pretty fun. It's just it takes a long time because it's a complicated character to draw. Yeah, that's no good. Maybe I should have done 1 pixel. Ah, whatever. People know what it is. I'll make the blue lines a little thicker. 4 pixels, I guess. 1 up here. Oh, you know what? I am just gonna do 1 pixel for the Star of David. I don't know why I'm spending so much time just making the flag right. Okay, that's good enough. Everyone knows that's Israel. Israel's got a very recognizable flag. Kazakhstan? Oh boy. Kazakhstan has a really complicated shape. But I said I was going to do India. Let's do India. I need to make the canvas bigger again. So I have, it's all smushed. Eurasia is too smushed. Image. Canvas size. Pixels. 4900 width. Height, we'll do 2500. Okay. Expanded. More room. Do the British Empire? Ooh, that would be tough. Alright, I also made Armenia too big here. The panhandle should be a lot thinner. Oh well. Alright, so I need to move Thailand, Indonesia over more. New Zealand over more. And then down. The bike man flag. Much better. Alright, India. Ooh, if we've got Indian nationalists in the chat, I'm gonna upset you probably because I don't know how I'm gonna draw it with Kashmir or other disputed territories in Pakistan and India or China. I don't know. Okay. So we'd have Myanmar to the left of Thailand. Let me fix Thailand, since I did it so obviously wrong. It's something like this. So Thailand's a very strange shape. And then it's like smaller here, I think. All right, India. So you've got Myanmar, and then you've got Bangladesh, and then you've got India. Okay, India's going to be kind of tough. Like, everyone knows the general shape of the Indian Peninsula, you know? It's just like a point. But then you've got the weird border that goes over Bangladesh to East India, right? And then Kashmir or whatever. Something like that. I drew it too big. But that's not terrible, right? Canada's going to be hard because it has a million islands that are just not important. Hit triangle, then you're done. Yeah. India. But this should be a little bit thinner. Something like that. I forget what West India looks like. Oops. I don't remember what the border with Pakistan looks like, but I know that there are disputed territories there. So, I think it needs to be a little bit thinner on the west coast. It's too pointy. Looks like a piece of pizza. Slice of pizza. Alright, I can do the Indian flag. Indian flag is easy. I should have drawn these as country balls. Indian flag is, I think, orange on top. White in the middle, and then green on the bottom. And it's got a blue chakra in the middle, which is kind of hard to draw. So I'll just be very simple about it. Oops. Let me redo this. It needs to be darker. And the spokes or whatever don't actually touch the outer rim. It looks like an anus now. Every drawing can be reduced to penises or buttholes. Alright. Yeah. That's not bad. Wrong orange color. What do you mean? I mean, I don't know exactly what shade of orange is off the top of my head. I'm doing this all from memory. So, the problem with disputed territories is that they're disputed, right? So, yeah, like Pakistan is going to consider part of it their territory, India's going to consider it their territory, China's going to consider it their territory, right? Kashmir. I think it's those three countries that dispute it. So this is completely misshaped. This is not bad. You're saying that because you're Indian, so you understand. You've got a better idea of what India looks like in your head than I do. I think I made it too fat. I definitely made the country too fat. It's thinner than this. Try this. You draw the disputed territory and mark it as disputed. Safe. It's a safe way of doing it. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that a lot of those regions in the Indian subcontinent have not been like universally recognized by the international community as belonging to one specific country, right? you know, there's a handful of places in the world where the territory is disputed. It's not just the Indian subcontinent, right? Plenty of places. Sri Lanka next. Oh, Sri Lankan flag is difficult. I don't know if I remember how to do it off the top of my head. But I can draw Sri Lanka, yeah. It's kind of like teardrop shape, so I'm just going to do a teardrop. And then the flag... Whew, all right. Don't go too hard on me here. I know that there's like a gold tiger on it. We drew it on stream once. I want to say it's green, like a dark green background, and it's kind of split in half, right? God, there's like a gold tiger or lion on the right side. And then there's some red somewhere on this. And he's got a sword. The lion. So I'll give him like a gray sword. There's red here somewhere. There's definitely red. Is it like a square or something that... Is this close at all? Tell me if this is close. I might need chat to help me reverse engineer the Sri Lankan flag. Border is gold. Border around the entire flag. Like that, maybe? You just made a comic about a flag joke? Nice. Background should be more orangish gold. I thought it was green. The tiger's in a red square for hint. Okay, yeah, so I got that. Sri Lanka, raindrop. Yep. The flag is... Yeah, it's a very complicated flag. There's a lot of detail in it. It's not... It breaks some flag rules. I mean, it's definitely unique, but it's very busy. I want to say there's like a white border or something here, right? Is that right? Eesh. I think the tiger or the lion has its mouth open too, right? Green is Mughal. Mughal. Fill the orange. No, this doesn't seem right. I thought it was green. If you remember, India and Sri Lanka used to be connected by a small land bridge that eventually broke apart a very long time ago. Yeah, I think like tens of millions of years ago when sea levels were lower. Draw India? I did draw India. I will zoom out and then you can make fun of me for butchering your country's borders. From memory, it's not bad. Come on. Cut me some slack. I got the general shape of it right. I got the flag right. Ram built the bridge. Is that a Hindu god? Oh, okay. There was a land bridge even more recently that got destroyed by a tornado. Let's see. All right, well, I'm done with the Sri Lankan flag. I'm going to take away the white border. Whoops. Because I'm pretty sure that there isn't. Yeah, I'm just going to finalize this. I'm going to see how wrong I was. Give him his little mouth. Okay. Sri Lanka. Oh, wow. Okay, I was not close. I got the lion. I got the colors mostly there. It's just... Yeah, that's a complicated flag. Okay. I want to look up... What is the Sri Lankan land bridge? Sri Lanka, India land bridge. Adams Bridge. Oh, this was recent. Okay. Yeah, I remember reading about this maybe a couple months ago. Adam's Bridge, Rama's Bridge, or Rama Setu is a chain of natural limestone shoals between Pamban Island, also known as Ramaswaram Island, off the southeastern coast of Tamil Nadu, India, and Mannar Island, off the northwestern coast of Sri Lanka. Geological evidence suggests that the bridge was formerly a land connection between India and Sri Lanka. The feature is 30 miles long, 48 kilometers, separates the Gulf of Mannar from the Palk Strait. Interesting. Some regions of the bridge are dry, and the sea in the area rarely exceeds 1 meter in depth, making it quite difficult for boats to pass over it. That's so cool. So it was a typhoon that destroyed it, right? Muslim tradition holds that Adam's bridge was crossed by Adam following his expulsion from the Garden of Eden. Interesting. In Hinduism, the ancient Sanskrit epic Ramayana and the Yudhakanda mentions a bridge constructed by the god Rama with aid from an army of Vanaras to reach the island Lanka and rescue his wife Sita from Ravana. In popular belief, Lanka is equated to present-day Sri Lanka. This is cool. Where is the... I'm looking at the Wikipedia entry for it. I'm trying to see where it talks about the typhoon. I guess it doesn't. Rama's Bridge. Rama Setu. Super cool, like, tiny little fact of history. Will Polska ever make it into space? No. Never. Can I draw Myanmar? So I drew Thailand last night incorrectly. And I just fixed it, make it not as bad. It's still bad. I had mistakenly in my mind been drawing Myanmar instead of Thailand. You've never made a comic, so the drawing is quite rough around the edges, but still good. Did you post it somewhere, Marble Sphere? You can imagine the videos now. American draws world map from memory. It would be funny if like the entire world just looked like shit, but I got absolutely everything about the American borders right. I won't, but because I don't have a photographic memory. But I don't think this is bad so far. Entirely from memory. Draw Laos? I don't know what Laos is shaped like. Oh, no, that's not true. It's kind of, it's curled up and it's bulbous at the bottom and a little bit less so at the top on the western border of Vietnam. Cambodia is the one that's basically just like a blob, right? You posted in a local Discord you joined? Okay, cool. Can I do Nepal? Alright, yeah, I can. Nepal and Bhutan are both pretty similarly shaped. I just don't remember which one is where. I think Nepal... Alright. I think it's Nepal is west of Bhutan, right? So maybe... I mean, this is obviously wrong, you know, like, the shape, because India's shape is wrong, so this border is going to be wrong. But I think it's kind of small, you know? And then I think Bhutan is... Man... Bhutan like that, maybe? Like, they're both bad. I don't know what Bhutan's flag looks like. No! I do know what Bhutan's flag looks like. Bhutan is the Thunder Dragon. Really hard to draw. But it's a badass flag. It's one of my favorite flags of any country. Trepdog4, welcome. Oh, thanks for joining, Yugoslav fan. The VOD will be up, so you can rewatch it. And yeah, guys, don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it, so that more people can see it. Liking the videos, I think, is what helps the algorithm, so that our videos get promoted to more people. Okay, I'm gonna redo this. So, Nepal. The Nepalese flag should be pretty easy. Drawing the Thunder Dragon. I had a good Socialist Mango Tree. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I offended you. All right. So Nepal has got a cool flag. It's red. There's a blue border, and then there's like there's like a star on the bottom, and then there's like a crescent moon or something at the bottom half of the top part. Let me see if I can remember exactly what this looks like. And then it's a white star here. It's kind of like it's not like a 5-point star. Let's go to 2-pixel. It's like one of those kinds of stars, you know? Like an asterisk. And the top part is... I just remember there's like this, and I don't remember what's on top of it. So I'm just going to put something. It looks like an anchor. But I think that's close to what Nepal should be. I'm going to do Bhutan, just because I know it's nearby. I don't think... Oh, man. Oh. There's a blue border around the star, right? And the thing on the top, whatever that is. Okay, it looks more like a leaf than a star. I don't know what this is up top. Okay, that looks better, right? Is this right? Okay, so no, I was right the first time. It's just around the rim of the flag. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it teeth. Nepal's got such a cool flag. Okay. So I don't remember if Bhutan and Nepal share a border. For some reason, I want to say that they don't. And that China is like sandwiched in between them. So I'm going to do Bhutan real quick. And I know the angles are all wrong, but I've got to... This is the problem when I'm like making countries that are bordering ones that I've already drawn, is that the borders are... One of the borders is always going to be wrong, you know? They do not share a border. Okay, so I was right. Is it India or China that separates Bhutan and Nepal? Because if it's India, then I can just draw this part up more, even if it's wrong. But I can do the Bhutanese flag. I think it's orange, right? And there's a dragon on it. I don't remember if the entire thing is orange, but I do remember there's a dragon on it. And it's really hard to draw. It's like a salamander. Orange and yellow diagonal. Orange and yellow diagonal. Like behind the dragon? This is a bad dragon. I admit it. Second. Let me clean this up. Yellow top left, orange bottom right. I've drawn a comic with Bhutan in it, and I remember the dragon. I remember there's yellow in it, or orange. I don't remember anything else about the flag. Like I can imagine what the dragon is, like how he's oriented. His head is sort of down. His body is lengthwise, moving up to the top right of the flag. Oh god, the dragon is facing the wrong way. I can fix that. It's a really, really bad dragon. Let's fix it. It's still bad. It's like a duck. Does he have his tongue sticking out? No, I know I remember orange. That's why the background of the flag is orange. I just don't remember where the yellow is. Or if there is yellow. Or if the, yeah, the dragon has apples or something each claw. Yes, they're, they're Dragon Balls. They're blue, right? Are they blue or white? Oops. Make a balls layer. Do pole ballers evolve to flag nerds due to drawing so much flags? I think there's just a lot of overlap between people who like history, flags, geography, politics, and Polandball is sort of like a mashup of all of them, you know? I liked I mean, I knew a bunch of flags before Polandball was a thing, you know? There's just a lot of natural overlap, you know? Are the balls blue or white? You guys are saying white? Okay. Where's the yellow? There's definitely yellow somewhere on this flag. I just don't remember. July Nations, welcome. Snoopy, welcome. No tongue? Okay. So for the hard ones, chat is definitely helping out. There is yellow on this flag, right? None of your friends know anything about Europe or Asia or Africa or South America or Oceania? Yeah, they definitely sound American. As far as you're concerned, there were only 20 countries in the world before Polandball happened. So what's interesting is you can definitely see my bias, right? I'm American. So I'm more familiar with Europe. And then, you know, I haven't drawn anything in North America yet, besides Guatemala. But you'll see, like, my U.S. will be pretty good, because I know what the U.S. looks like. And, you know, European history and American history are more intertwined than U.S. history is with, like, India, right? So if one of you guys were to do something similar to this and stream, we would be able to see your cultural and your educational bias as well without knowing anything else about you, just based on like what you're able to draw more precisely, and other countries in the region adjacent to your home. You know. SB Gaming Shorts, you live in Sri Lanka? Very cool. I just butchered your flag. You have a very cool flag. It's very complicated. So this was entirely, mostly from memory. Chat gave me a couple hints. But I got most of like the elements right, the colors, but like the placement and the shapes I didn't get right. Turkmenistan for more stress. So Turkmenistan, I think, is a green flag. It's got a red vertical band on the left side, and then it's got a bunch of writing in some Turkic language, I guess. I don't know what they speak in Turkmenistan. And then I want to say that there's a crescent moon and a star on it somewhere. It's a super ugly flag, super complicated, but I generally remember what it looks like, just because it's one of those flags that's so offensive to your eyes, because it's such a bad design, that you remember it, you know? Alright. So, Bhutan. I need to finish Bhutan. Draw Canada. You know I can memorize Hudson Bay. My Canada's going to be bad just because Canada has a lot of weird coastline and a lot of little islands and big islands that just aren't important because no one lives there. So I don't know how I'm going to draw those. I know there's like that one, was it Baffin Island or something? B-A-F-F-I-N? Oh, God, I don't remember how exactly that looks. But I think that's like one of the largest islands in the world, but like 4 people live on it, you know? Alright. I'm pretty sure there's yellow somewhere on the Bhutanese flag, but I'm going to end it there and move on. So I'm going to Google both Nepal and... oh, my phone just heard me say Google. So Nepal...
According to Wikipedia, Nepal, officially the Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal, is a landlocked country in South Asia. It is mainly situated in the Himalayas, but also includes parts of the Indo-Gangetic Plain.
Were you guys able to hear that? My Google Home started talking to me about Nepal. Alright, so I got the Nepalese flag right. I got the shape sort of right. And the placement. Bhutan. I also got the placement and general size relative to Nepal right. It looks like. What's the flag of Bhutan? Oh, no! Oh, no! Yeah, it's yellow and orange split diagonally. And then the dragon is all white, 4 white balls moving up toward the right. Okay. But this looks funny. So... Oh, so you guys could hear my Google Home? Yeah, that's funny. Talk to me about Nepal. Hold on, let me turn off the heat. It's pretty hot. Well, I remembered that there was a dragon on it and that there was orange, and I knew there was yellow somewhere, but I wasn't confident about where the yellow was. That was so loud, really? The speaker's kind of far from my microphone. I'm surprised that was loud. Am I loud? I'll put the microphone a little bit farther away. Iceland? I can do Iceland. I'm gonna have to move various assets around as I draw more countries so that I don't have the flag of like Nepal over China or something, you know? Poor Bhutan. Well, Bhutan has got a great flag, even if I don't remember what it looks like off the top of my head. Iceland. Wait, hold on. It was layer 1. Let's merge these. Bhutan. This is starting to come together. I also looked up India. This was not at all that far off from what India looks like. Based entirely off of memory. That was not bad. Iceland. Iceland should be up here somewhere. Let's do 3 pixel. Okay, so Iceland is kind of shaped like this, and then it's got like 3 prongs. It looks kind of like a tomato, I want to say, right? Something like that? Oh, man. Let me get this part of the island first, and then... It's got, like, the couple peninsulas that jut out. I want to say on, like, the northwest. I feel like that's kind of right. There's no space for Myanmar, Burma, Myanmar. I can move everything around. I've drawn all the countries individually, so I can move them around. So, like, Thailand, I would have to move to the right. So, like that. And then I've got room for Myanmar there. And Indonesia is too far north. Where's Indonesia? Where's Indonesia? There it is. Okay. Fit on screen. This is what we've got so far. Decent amount of Europe and South Asia. I'm gonna have to move India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Indonesia, all over the... Oh, and Thailand. Where's Thailand? Over here. So again, I'm gonna have to make the canvas bigger to fit everything. Where's Bangladesh for your Bangladeshi buddies? I'll do Bangladesh after Iceland. Alright, Iceland. I should group these layers by continent. Make it easier to manipulate them. I don't think this is a terrible Iceland. Maybe a little bit like that. Flag is pretty simple. I like the Nordic Cross design, but I think only a few of the actual Nordic Cross flags look good. I don't think Iceland is one of them. I think Norway has the best Nordic Cross flag. Faroe Islands, I think, is the one that's white. A white field. I like that one, too. I don't like Sweden's flag. I don't like Finland's. I don't like Denmark's. I think Norway's got the best one. Okay, so it's a white cross with a red border, I believe. Yeah, I definitely should have drawn these as country balls. Oh well. It's a darker blue than this. I'll fix that. And then it's kind of like a dark red. Let's do 2 pixel border. Red border. Or is it red and then white on the outside? I'll invert it, because I don't remember. I think this is right. Let's do this, make it darker. I think it's a white cross. It's not, is it red? Yeah, I think this is right. It's just a little, the white part is too thick. Let's try this. Yeah, I think this is good. Right? The red's in the middle. Let me try. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Now I need to make this thicker. Good call. I was too confident. Make the white outline a little thinner. Okay. Iceland. Easy. Let me look it up. I was close. This is not a bad this is not a bad shape for Iceland. I got the placement of the peninsulas right, more or less, and it's smoother at the from the south up to the northwest of the country is where it's smooth, and then it gets the coast becomes more jagged, and you've got a bunch of peninsulas. So this is not bad. A little bit of a lighter red. To remember the Seychelles, just imagine the old Hungary-Romania fusion joke. You want to learn another instrument soon, what should it be? Do violin. I've always wanted to learn how to play the violin. Yeah, you're right. The white line should be thinner. I mean, obviously I'm not going to get the proportions right, but like the shape and the colors were right, so. Let's bring the blue up a bit. Okay, that's a good Iceland. I'm happy with that. Good enough. Alright, I said I would do Bangladesh next. Alright, spoilers. I know where Bangladesh is, and I know there's a bunch of like tributaries or whatever because of the I forget the name of the river that runs through it. Is it the Ganges that runs through? Through Bangladesh? Because you've got a bunch of tributaries. Is it the Ganges? What other river could it be? Bangladesh. I have no idea what Bangladesh is shaped like. I know it's got a lot of rivers running through it. Ganga and Brahmaputra. Okay, 2 rivers. The flag is dark green with a red circle. I want to say the circle's a little bit offset too, right? It's not like perfectly in the middle like Japan's, but I could be wrong. But I think that's about as good as a Bangladesh is going to get from me. Your sister learned the violin, you might try it. It seems like it'd be a really cool one to learn. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna look at Bangladesh. There's a part sticking out from East Bangladesh. I mean, I'll be honest, I have no idea what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, so the flag I got right, except the circle does need to be moved over a little bit to the left. It's offset just a tad from the center. Okay. Bangladesh is also sinking. Okay, the part that borders Myanmar is... That's what juts out further south. Okay. Alright, what's next? UK? Oh boy, okay. UK is complicated. It's a very strange-looking island. Great Britain is a strange-looking island. Czechia? I can do Czechia after. Let's do the UK. Iceland I have to move up a little bit. Czechia. All right. Cornwall. Wales. This is already too big. And then Scotland. Oh boy, okay. The neck is a little bit thinner, and then it fans out again. And I'm trying to remember which way, I think the... Oh, God. It's something like this, right? And then Northern Ireland will just do, like, kind of a blob. I don't know what Northern Ireland is actually shaped like. And there's the lake, right? I forget what the name of the lake is in Northern Ireland. Wow, that's way too big. God damn. Way too big. Yeah, Scotland is the hardest part to draw of the island for sure. Let's try this again. Much smaller. It's a tiny island. Well, not... It's actually like the 10th largest island, I think, by size globally. But, you know. Whoa, that's bad. This is already too big. I can feel it. All right. This is the problem, because I have to zoom in so far to draw. That I lose a sense of scale from the other countries that I've drawn. That's better in terms of size. It's still too big, right? Like, it's too fat. Something like this. Cornwall. And you got Isle of Skye, like over here. Northern Ireland. Having to draw either the UK or Belize is like picking between a rock and a hard place. Isn't Belize super easy to draw? Isn't Belize like just shaped like this? It's like some kind of quadrilateral, right? Make the east of Scotland more wrinkly. There's a bunch of islands here. Isle of Wight down here. Isle of Man somewhere in the Irish Sea, right? Okay. Adour Peninsula is to the east of Scotland. Oh, God. I don't know. It's a difficult country to remember off. Like, the shape of the country is difficult to remember off the top of your head. It's still too fat at the bottom. Like it gets really thin toward the neck between like York and Scotland, right? Yeah, Isle of Man, Isle of Wight, I got them, and then Northern Ireland. I put Isle of Skye, which I think is one of the bigger islands as well in the UK. I think that's decent. Let me do the flag. It's not going to get better than that. Like I know what the the UK looks like. I'm not able to reproduce it perfectly. Oh God, drawing a Union Jack. I hate it. Okay. Blue. This is gonna look messy because it's such a small canvas that I'm working with here. This is an easy flag to remember. I think everyone knows. Union Jack has got to be one of the most recognizable flags in the world, if not the most. I don't know what else could compete. Like maybe the U.S. flag, but I think this is probably even more well known. That's what you get when you conquer, a quarter of the world. All right, UK. Pretty good. Let me Google it. See how close I was. United Kingdom. Yeah, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Northern Ireland needs to be more south, though. Okay. Can we have Great Britain? No, we have Great Britain at home. Great Britain at home. Estonia? Yeah, let's do Estonia. I love the Estonian flag. It's one of my favorite flags. So Estonia, we'll do 3 pixel. It's kind of like this, and there's like 2 little islands off the coast. That's Estonia. Here, we'll draw the flag out in like the Gulf of Finland. I should drop Finland a little bit lower. It's hot, so the ball sack should drop. All right, so it's blue, light blue on top, black in the middle, white on bottom. Blue. Needs to be slightly darker blue. Not quite like that, though. There. That's good. Estonia. Maybe even smaller. Oh, I said that Czechia was next? Whoops. Let me make Estonia a little bit smaller, because it's a tiny country. But it's got heart. In Polandball, I think Estonia is probably one of the cutest characters. Alright, so your dumb comic idea is basically this. You know why the UK always carries around the old vintage umbrella with him? Because he doesn't want to get drenched in rain? Because he doesn't want to be Ukraine? That could work, yeah. Brainstorm it a little bit more and like do a storyboard or something, but there's definitely a good joke in there. You meant to say that the Estonian flag is better than the US flag? Yeah, I think the US flag is not that great, to be honest. I think it's like a B tier flag. It's instantly recognizable. Everyone knows what it looks like. But I think it's too busy. Baltic Gang. Why did I complain about your state having 25 stars when the US has 50? What state? What flag? Is it Ohio or Arkansas? I'm not gonna draw 50 flags on the US flag. That's crazy. Estonia is an S tier flag. Yes, Estonia is one of the most beautiful flags in the world, for sure. The colors are just so perfect. And if for those of you who don't know, it's a depiction of like a standard winter Estonian landscape where you have snow on the ground, white, and then you've got black forest in the middle, and then you've got the blue sky. So it's inspired by the natural beauty of the country. Same thing with Ukraine, right? Ukraine has got the wheat fields, it's got the gold half, and then you've got the blue sky above. Very simple, very, very good. You call your state the middle child of the US because it's 25th? What state was 25th? Forest with snow and black trees, yeah. The Estonian flag is gorgeous. Absolutely love it. I have not been to Estonia. I've been to Finland, and I wanted to do the booze cruise from Helsinki to Tallinn, where Finns will take the ferry from Helsinki to Tallinn to buy cheap vodka and other groceries, but it's mostly for vodka. And I guess other spirits in Estonia, and then they go back to Finland. But I didn't, unfortunately, have time to do that. But I'm hoping that if I can go to Finland again, I can do a trip to Tallinn. But Finland was really cool. If any of you ever have the opportunity to go and visit Finland, I highly recommend it. I had such a good time in Finland. I did go during the summer, though. So it was super warm by Nordic standards. It was 70 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that in Celsius? 21 degrees Celsius. It was a record heat wave in July in Finland. So you still haven't traveled outside of Ontario, Canada? Really? Only Ontario? You've only traveled to USA? The US is a cool place to visit. It's expensive, but it's a huge country, right? It's like the size of a continent, so there's a lot of different places to see. The middle part of the country is flat, so there's really not too much to see there. So people kind of stick to like the Rockies and the coasts, which makes sense. Like, people don't come from China or India or Europe and then go visit Iowa or Missouri or South Dakota, you know? Or even places like Ohio. You know? When foreigners come and visit the United States, they go and they see New York, they see California. Those are the big ones, right? Like, you go see New York City or you see California. Do Antarctica? Man, I don't know if I could draw Antarctica. What's the peninsula, the main peninsula in Antarctica? Is that just called the Antarctic Peninsula? You just cross the Indian States. A whole other language awaits you there. Yeah, it's super cool how in a lot of countries, because those civilizations have been around for so long, that you have all of these other different cultures and languages, even if you're only traveling like 50 or 100 kilometers, you know? Like Europe is like that, obviously. India is like that. China, less so, I think, than it used to be, because China has historically been more... has been united under various different kinds of dynasties or kingdoms. What we think of as like East China. Little bit more unified as a single civilization. How many languages do I know? I just know my French is passable. I speak English and French. My French is passable. It's not great, but like if I were dropped into a francophone country, I wouldn't die. I was bemoaning this on stream, I think last night or the night before. In the US, you don't really get an opportunity to speak other languages other than English. Or if you're, you know, if you have a Hispanic background, then you might speak Spanish. But there's really very little opportunity to speak other languages in the US, which kind of sucks. So, like, I visited Europe a lot, and one of the things I really envy about Europeans is that you can travel 50 miles or 50 or 100 kilometers, be in an entirely different country, and they have an entirely different language. So there's more reason to know other languages in Europe, for example. But it's also hard as a native English speaker to learn another language, even when you have the opportunity to go to that country and speak their language, because chances are the people that you're going to interact with are going to speak English, right? And they're going to stop you, like when you're struggling with learning their language, and start speaking in English to you, right? Almost everywhere I've been in Europe, people speak English really well. So if I try and say something in German or something, they'll just start speaking in English because their English is better than my German, right? I will say that the French, in typical French fashion, will let you struggle a bit speaking French before they start speaking English to you. Which I appreciate, but I get, you know, it sort of furthers the French arrogant stereotype, you know? But I wish I had more of an opportunity to speak French. Because you really do lose a language if you don't use it a lot. It's very much like a muscle. You speak 6 languages. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I had a coworker who was Pakistani and Indian. Her parents were Pakistani and Indian, and she spoke English, Urdu, Hindi, and something else. Look at the flag of Meta, Colombia. Oh, it's Marble Sphere's flag. Did you take it from that? The white and green stripes? Nova Scotia is based on Scotland, even the flag? Yeah, it's Nova Scotia means New Scotland. Yeah, the worst thing about having English as your first language is that it's almost a default language. Yeah, I mean, it's cool that like we do have a global language, you know, so that we can all sort of speak together as one civilization, right? Because humanity is one civilization at this point. It's not, we're not separated in the way that, you know, like 1,000 years ago, you'd have like European civilization, Chinese, Indian civilization, Middle East, and then like the indigenous Americans, right? Like the Inca or whatever. We have a truly one single global civilization. It's fragmented, right? Because we have 200 plus sovereign states, and they don't all agree on everything. But we very much do have one human civilization at this point. And it's influenced to varying degrees by different countries and cultures and languages. And we do have something of a global government. It's incredibly weak. But we do have institutions that nominally promulgate sort of global rules and laws, right? Like international law is... It's toothless in the sense that there's no external kind of organization to enforce it, right? Because we don't actually have like a global federal government. But international law is something that does exist. It's agreed to by other states. So we do have something of a global civilization that is governed at the global level, but it is very weak. And English is essentially like the working language, right? It's the language of diplomacy. It's the most global language. But the few times when, like, I was in grad school with a bunch of people for whom English was not their native language. So whenever like they were writing papers or something in English, they would come to the native English speakers, as like a final run through, and it was cool to sort of be able to use my own knowledge of English to help somebody in that sense, right? It's very rare that you get that opportunity. That was cool. Do you know that the last death by guillotine was in 1977 after the first Star Wars movie came out? In France, right? I'm pretty sure France's last execution was done by guillotine. Very on brand. Calgary is the Colorado of Canadian flags. Alberta is the Texas of Canada. That's true. Got all the oil sands in Alberta, and like, don't you find people like flying Confederate flags in places like Alberta? Just crazy. Do Canada? I don't know that I want to do Canada yet. Canada's going to be hard to draw. Colombo is the NYC of Sri Lanka. Isn't that the capital? Colombo? Probably largest city, right? Colombo is the Texas of Sri Lanka. Sorry, one awesome. Where did you say you were from? So tourists never visit where you are. You're somewhere in Middle America, right? Srinivasa. Telugu, Kannada, Hindi, English, French, very little Russian. English. Draw Iran? I could draw Iran, yeah. Alright, so you've got the Caspian Sea sort of northwest. Oh, God. Capital Sri Lanka is Sri Jayawarthanupura. Kot. Colombo is the area of 3 different cities right next to each other, all intertwined in one city. Oh, okay. Draw DRC? I did draw the DRC. Very poorly. It's right here. It's very bad. The flag, I guessed. I came close to getting the flag. I was going to do Iran. Let's see. Okay, so you've got Jordan here, Iraq, and then Iran. So, and Iran's a big country. I don't want to say it's shaped kind of like this. It's big. It's not India big, though, so let's make it smaller. It borders Armenia. Very roughly something like that, I think. Communist Arkansas? Yeah, I can't imagine why anyone coming from outside of the United States would visit Arkansas as a tourist. Be wild if they did, though. I've never been to Arkansas. Sri Lanka actually has 3 capitals. They're all in the Colombo area. Interesting. Our Kansas. So this is not a great Iran. I need to make it... Like, that's roughly the shape, but let's give it some crazy borders, you know? Let's see. Iraq is, like, over here, right? So Iraq would be kind of like that, right? And then, man. I'm just gonna make it bad. This is not great, I know. Iran is much more rounded, really? Alright, then it borders, what, Afghanistan? And does it border Afghanistan? Yeah, it borders Afghanistan and Pakistan, right? Afghanistan's like up here, Pakistan is down here. And then, does it border another one, like Turkmenistan or something? Burj Khalifa geographer, goodbye. Thank you for joining again. A bit wide. Yeah, you're right, it is too wide. It's a big country, though. Iran is a pretty big country. This looks more like Libya. Oh, man. I'm gonna feel so stupid when I Google it and see that I'm not that close. Okay. Turkmenistan? Okay. Turkmenistan is the carpet flag. Correct. Do China? China, I think I could do reasonably well. China is kind of shaped like a chicken, right? Like the northwest is where that's like Qingdao or whatever. That's kind of shaped like the chicken head. Man, I feel really bad about this Iran. Alright, see you later, Conrad. Thanks for joining. You draw the Caspian Sea and try and start from there. So the Caspian Sea is... Oh, God. Let's see. We've got Azerbaijan, like, over here, right? And then the Caspian Sea is kind of shaped like this, right? Not that big, though. Like, Iran is bigger than the Caspian Sea, I'm pretty sure. I think maybe I made Iran too small. No, Armenia's just too big there. So I'll have to make Armenia smaller. Belarus is also a carpet flag? Yeah, Belarus has an ugly flag. Old Libya flag is just green, yeah. Alright, let me draw the Iranian flag. Trying to remember exactly what it looks like. I know it's got Arabic writing on it. Or not Arabic, sorry, Farsi. There's red and green, and then there's like this shape in the middle. Kind of like the power button. And I want to say it's like gray, right? And then... Is it... Something like... Oh, God. Is it something like this? And then there's like... There's white writing on the red border. Or is it red and then green? This doesn't look right. I think the colors are wrong. Oh, God. Maybe white. Let's see what it looks like if it's just... That looks better, right? Is it all green up top like that? Yes, yeah, okay. This looks closer, right? Is this close at all? The middle is red? No. That doesn't look right. I want to say this is not that far off. Socials Mango Tree. See you later. Thanks for joining. Oh, the symbol is red? Okay. Alright, I'm going to stop there for Iran. Let me double check. Or not double check, but let me see what it looks like. Iran. Yeah, I didn't really get the shape that right. Kind of. It just, there's no, like... Yeah, it's okay. It's not great. Flag, I did alright. Cool. Red power button. What do I think of your comic idea? What was your comic idea? Communist Arkansas? Our Kansas? I mean, that joke has been done a lot, so you'd have to do something creative with it. Something unique, you know? Do Pakistan? Oh, God. So the problem is I drew India, and I don't know, like, obviously the border here that is going to be with Pakistan is wrong. So Pakistan's going to look bad, no, regardless of how I draw it. So let's try, though. Pakistan. It's, oh, God. Something like that. It's too big. See, like, it doesn't fit. Because the borders are not great. Yeah, Pakistan borders are on. I know. I have to move everything around. I made everything on a separate layer so that I can move countries around. Because, like, the scale I'm not getting right. You know? So Iran and Armenia I need to move. Or no, here, what I can do is move Bangladesh. I really need to group these countries by continent or region or whatever, so it's easier to find them. Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, and Thailand. Like over here-ish, you know? That's not a good Pakistan. I totally get it. How many flags have I made? I have done quite a bit. Here, let's zoom out. We've done mostly Eurasia. Only one African country. We've done a good amount of South Asia, if not most of South Asia at this point. Indonesia, New Zealand, Ecuador, Guatemala are the only ones in the Americas that we've done. Iceland, UK, a good amount of Central Europe and Northern Europe. All right, I'm going to make Pakistan thicker. But it's kind of narrow, and then it kind of, like, tapers at the top. And it needs to fit against India. Pakistani flag. I know I'm going to mess it up. I'm thinking of the Algerian flag, and I know that's wrong. There's green on the Pakistani flag. There's white. There's a crescent moon. Shit. Let's move Iran, Pakistan, and Armenia closer to India. Oh boy, this is bad. Oh, don't spam the chat. Ion, don't spam the chat. Calm down. Don't spam chat. So when you put like flag emojis in chat, it doesn't show me the actual emoji. It's just showing me it's saying PK for Pakistan. I'm trying to do it from memory. I'm trying not to just copy it. Like the whole exercise here is to do it from memory. Yeah, and like if your SP Gaming Shorts is posting the Chinese flag, all I see is CN. It's not showing the actual emoji. It's just saying the text for it. Okay, Pakistani flag. Dark green. Crescent moon, right? And then is it like half white? Shit. I really should know this. Like, I'm gonna look it up and I'm immediately gonna think I'm an idiot because I should know this. Is it like white on this side? Is it like that? Other way around? It's white on the other side? Okay. Alright, so then I wasn't too far off. Like that? No? White's on the right side. I have it on the right side now. You're all saying no. Yeah, it should be on the left, right? Because it's nearer to the flagpole. If you have white on the outside... Yeah. If you have white on the outside, then it's harder to see when the flag is actually being flown. That's what I thought. Right? Or my chat? Yeah, chat is delayed like 30 seconds. White on the left. Okay, I think this is right, right? Alright. So the borders are terrible. And it doesn't fit with India. Now, there's like this empty mass in between them. So I'd have to fix India's borders and... oh man, I'm gonna wait until like... Pretty spicy territory here. Changing the borders of Pakistan and India. That does not look good. I think it's got to be... Oh, man. Because Afghanistan has to fit north of it and border Iran. And Afghanistan is kind of round in the southwest. Don't spam a chat, boys and girls. Heterodontosaurus, you ate ramen noodles? Right on. I love ramen. But yeah, chat's delayed like 30 seconds, so... Sometimes I'm drawing faster than what you guys are saying in chat. Alright, I'm gonna Google Pakistan. How close was I? Okay, the flag I got relatively okay. The crescent moon should be tilted a little bit, but... And the star. The shape, I did not get super right. I got the orientation right, but it should be like... Kind of like that, and then... This is sort of the indent that fits with India. Whoops. Here, let's copy the flag. Needs to fit. Close enough, you know? I don't know, something like that. Man, this looks bad. Here, I'll just leave it like that, and then fill the blank space with your mind, you know? But I totally got this part. So, like, this part of India needs to jut out more. Oh, well. We can come back and fix it at a later point. Or we can just leave it like that, because this is not supposed to be a photorealistic flag. You knew the crescent and the star were tilted, but you knew if you said something about it, I would have gotten even more wrong. True. My time is up. Draw Canada. I do not... Okay, I don't want to draw Canada first. If I'm drawing North America, I'm going to draw the US or Mexico first, because those are much... easier to draw. They're simpler shapes in Canada. Should Manchuria be independent? No, why? Why should it be? It's a pretty integral part of China. Someone had mentioned China. Let's do China. All right. China is right here. Boom. China. Republic of China. Taiwan. Down the country ball. Goodbye. Thanks for joining tonight. All right, China. I am going to draw, and then we'll just fit it into... Oh boy. Okay, so China. Big country. Roughly shaped like that. I made it too big, but this is the general shape. Minus 200 social credit. Yeah, this is too big, but generally the right idea. Let's try again. This part is not quite right. It's a little bit better. How do I draw India without upsetting Indians? So there are very few countries that I will be able to draw from memory without upsetting somebody. That's the problem, right? I totally get that, like, if I'm drawing, like Nepal, or not, sorry, Nepal. Like, if I'm drawing Pakistan and India, I'm totally going to make somebody upset. Because, one, the borders are wrong. And two, they're very, very protective about what they consider part of their territory. And I don't have a dog in the race. I don't care, who controls Kashmir. It doesn't affect me. Everyone who watched just lost a bunch of social credit. Yeah. True. This is a... Oh, God. Okay. It's too big. China is too big here. Cut it down to size. Comes down more, kind of. The chicken head I'm making too big. Qingdao, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, man. Okay, this bay needs to be bigger. Then thinner over here. This is looking better. This is not bad. Right? This is okay. This is a pretty decent China. We're fans, so you don't mind anything at all? Good, I'm glad. Like, I'm going to draw the U.S. at some point, and I should know it like the back of my hand, but it's going to look really bad. Yeah, you're trained by Polandball comics to resist butt hurt. Good. I'm glad. The thing that I love about Polandball is that it pokes fun at everyone, you know? Like, it's, sometimes when Polandball, like a Polandball comic, makes, like, the front page of Reddit, and people who are not familiar with it will take offense at something that's in the comic, right? Particularly Americans, right? Because it's mostly Americans on Reddit. It's like 50% American readers, viewers, whatever. And in Polandball, the U.S. is depicted as fat, stupid, arrogant, lazy, right? Like, generally negative stereotypes. For the most part, right? Like, not always, but generally that's how the character is characterized. And people just don't understand. Like, it's all in good fun, Like, people aren't here in the Polandball community like deliberately making racist things because they hate people from a different part of the world, right? It's like, let's poke fun at international relations, at history, and stuff like that. Do I want to know who owns Kashmir? The answer is Led Zeppelin. Great song. That's one of my favorite songs. All right. Decent amount. I kind of want to fix China a little bit more. I think it jets out a little bit more here, right? Isn't it the Yalu River or something up here that Qingdao borders with Russia and North Korea? Right? And then, what is this peninsula called? I forget what it's called. That juts into the, was this the East China Sea? I get no breaks, draw Canada. I am not drawing Canada tonight. I'm putting my foot down. I would absolutely butcher Canada. Okay, you know what? Let's draw. Let me do the PRC flag. I will give you a very, 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 very rough Canada that is not going to count. So you know what's a cool flag? The Republic of China, or what was it? The one that, yeah, the Republic of China from 1912 to 1949. That's a great flag. Let me pull it up. I really love this flag. This was the flag of China, the Republic of China, before 1949. So 1912 to 1949, after the communists won the Civil War, this was no longer the flag. The Kuomintang retreated to Taiwan, and then the Republic of China that was formed, well, not really formed, but reconstituted on the island of Taiwan, or Formosa, or whatever you want to call it, adopted a different flag, which is the current flag of China, Republic of China. But this is a great flag. I absolutely adore this flag. It's almost like a hidden Estonia at the bottom, you know? Great flag, though. You were born in America, but your entire ancestry is Indian. It's hot here in India, but you're still wrapped up in your thick bed sheet. Don't want to get it off me. I know that feel, man. But yeah, this is a beautiful flag. This is an S tier flag. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Generally, like, this many colors looks bad. Like, the flag of the Central African Republic has a lot of different colors on it. It's got like 5 or 6 colors, and it's a garbage flag. This is a very tastefully done flag with a lot of different colors. Actually, 1912 to 1924, but you get the idea. Someone's always going to get me on a technicality. Now I'm curious. Why until 1924? Oh, it was replaced by the current flag of Taiwan in 1928. Wikipedia is telling me 2 different things. It's telling me that this was in use until 1949 as well. You were born in India, have never gone abroad yet. Well, hopefully one day. It's a whole big world out there. I wish more people... Like, I totally get it. You know, traveling is very expensive. Not everybody has the luxury of doing it. But if any of you ever have the opportunity to travel and you haven't done it, you should absolutely jump at it. Seeing the world is one of the few, like, great pleasures in life. And it's really eye-opening. You know, exposing people to different cultures is an important thing. Realizing that, you know, not everything has to be done in the same way, and that people around the world are generally the same. You know, they have the same desires. They laugh at the same kinds of things, you know. It's important that people don't forget that we're one species, right? And we are artificially fragmented into separate states, separate religions, separate languages, separate cultures, but we're still one species. Okay. That's China. What happened to Taiwan? Did I erase Taiwan? Oh, no, there it is. Let's do Taiwan flag. And we're going to have to move Thailand again. Whoa, wait, okay, hold on. This is all wrong. I do need to make China bigger. Thailand, because there's like no room for Laos and Vietnam. The scale is all wrong. Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to make China bigger. Longer, anyway. I'll make China longer. Three pixel. Go like here. I don't think it borders Pakistan, does it? It has a small border with the Panhandle in Afghanistan. Taiwan, pull it over here. Thailand, we gotta pull you down like here. Then Myanmar will be here on the left. Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos on the right. We can make like a bastardized version of this. But, I mean, China is physically a large country, so it kind of makes sense that it's big on this map, but it's kind of bulbous. China does not border Pakistan. Okay, so it's cut off from Pakistan by Afghanistan and India, I guess. 35 degrees Celsius in Warahena, Bentota, Gala, Sri Lanka. 99 Fahrenheit. Oof, that sounds awful. It was 38 degrees here in New York, Fahrenheit, which is 3 degrees Celsius today. It was cold. I'm ready for winter to be over. It depends who you ask. Indians say that China doesn't border Pakistan, while Pakistan and China say they do. Oh, okay, so it's part of the disputed territories. Gotcha. Alright, so Taiwan. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Oh, I didn't. I have to do Hainan Island as well for China. It'll be Hainan. Alright, Taiwan flag. Pretty easy, from what I remember. It is a red field with a blue, blue in the top left with a sun in it. Let's do this blue. And then this is pretty good. Let me get the blue so I can fix this. That's a good flag. That should be perfect. I'm very confident that this is right. Let me see. Taiwan. Yeah, that's perfect. The scale is a little wrong, but you know, you get it. What I can here, I can do this. Three pixel. Okay. Cool. You can draw Canada easily. Big dumb. No, Canada's hard, man. Alright, I am going to end stream in a few minutes, but I will show you my very first attempt at Canada without looking at it. This is not going to be my final version. I'm warning you. Don't get mad at me. It's got a little penis that comes down in here, right? That's where Toronto is. And these are islands. This is roughly what Canada looks like, right? This is not terrible. If you tell me this is terrible, you're wrong. For a 10-second sketch from memory, this is fine. I'll do the flag real quick. But I'm going to come back and I am going to fix this tomorrow, probably. Canadian flag, S-tier flag. Gorgeous flag, instantly recognizable, super simple. A child could draw it. All of the good rules, or all of the rules that make a good flag, Canada follows all of them. Rare Canadian W. All right. That is my shitty Canada. You're proud of me? Thank you. You know what? I'm not even going to redraw it. I'm just going to look it up now. Canada. Not bad. This was not bad. Not bad at all. I missed some of the islands, the East Coast island. What is it, like Nova Scotia? I missed Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Oh well. Canada doesn't need those. You have plenty of land. Canada doesn't need more land. Toronto is the most diverse city in the world. I've heard that described, or I've heard several different cities described in the same way. People say New York. Some people say London. I would imagine it's one of those, just because those tend to be, like, Canada and the U.S. are like the ultimate immigrant countries, right? So that would make sense to me that it's either New York or Toronto. I've heard Los Angeles, interestingly, too. I miss Vancouver Island. In this universe, Vancouver Island doesn't exist. No room for Greenland. No, see, I gotta continually expand the canvas so I can fit more stuff on it. Because getting the scale of all the countries right is very difficult when I'm zoomed in and drawing them. But this is pretty good. This is not bad. For, I've never done this before. Drawing a map and flags from memory. Not so fun fact. Fiji, one of the Union Jack flags, is going to have a flag change, but discarded it due to them winning a sports competition. Interesting. Coldest you lived was 0 degrees. You're traveling to another city. Coldest weather I've been in was probably like... On Fahrenheit, it would have been like 7 or 8 degrees in New York. Or Vermont. Seven or 8 degrees Fahrenheit is going to be like -6 or something. 7 Fahrenheit is -14 Celsius. 14 Celsius. So about -14 is the coldest. I generally like cold weather, but I don't know. I'm kind of over winter right now. I'd rather have some warm weather. Alright. I think I'm going to end stream there tonight. It's about 2 hours long. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you guys are getting bored of this, let me know, and then we can do something else on stream. But I thought this was a nice break from doing profile pictures and comics, because sometimes I don't have the energy to draw like a brand new comic. And I thought this was cool. It's like an interactive thing that we can do together. But yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow night around 5:30 Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, something like that. So a little bit earlier than I did today. So I will see you guys then. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night. See you tomorrow.